Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Erin.
And we are back with another double blind head-to-head, which is where we have drawn this pair of samples from our blind sample pool. Bourbons and ryes that have been matched up with each other, or bourbons that have been matched up with other bourbons, ryes that have been matched up with other ryes. We want to compare them double blind, see how they fare, see if either one are worth what their price tag is. So what you're going to see is us smell them, taste them, give them a rating, and then we're going to find out the price and weigh that against the experience we had blind before we find out what we're drinking. We do it this way so that you get the most honest opinions possible. We'll go ahead and get into the nose on glass one. If you like this style of video, go ahead and like it. Think about subscribing to the channel because blind tastings are what we do over here all the time. And if you want to join our Patreon community, get involved in some of our virtual tastings every month, our community element that we have over on Discord, and get some of our barrel picks, you can do that down below, as well as get some of our merch, glassware that we're working on shortly coming to the website, all kinds of stuff. How does glass one smell to you?
Okay, I'm going to tell you the words that came to my mind. Stinky feet, outside, then caramel, then butterscotch.
Interesting.
So that's in no particular order other than the fact that that's the order it came into my brain.
All right, I see your caramel and butterscotch. The first thing I thought when I smelled this was, oh, that's banana-y. Like banana bread, banana Nilla wafers. It just got that kind of vibe to it.
Nilla wafers aren't synonymous with bananas, even though they are in banana pudding.
Banana pudding.
But when you say, oh, bananas, Nilla wafers, it's not the same thing.
Banana and vanilla. Banana bread, brown sugar.
Okay.
All those types of notes are coming through. It smells like classic bourbon. It's not really jumping out of the glass, necessarily speaking. Overall, it smells good. It smells a little dark, kind of more like, that's why I went banana bread. It's not like super bright like banana pudding or anything like that. But yeah, it smells generally good, generally pleasant. Let's get it on the palate and see what we're working with.
I'll say that the smell of this is better than the taste of this.
You think so?
Not better. That's a harsh word. It smells more flavorful to me than it tastes.
It's more fragrant on the nose than it is flavorful on the palate.
Yeah, what you said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although I do like this on the palate. The curtains match the drapes. Everything comes through as it does from the nose to the palate.
Take another sip.
I generally like this. Yeah, I'm going to need another one too.
I think it's a little less sweet on the palate than I expected it to be based on the nose. Not too much, just a little less, which is not a bad thing for me. I think it might be a bad thing for some people who really want that sweetness. It's still sweet. It's just not as sweet as the nose presented itself to be. Yeah,
no, I kind of like that. Like
the
nose is all fruit forward, and the best I could get beyond just fruity sweetness was that banana bready type of note, like that whatever they put in banana bread, brown sugar, and whatever else. With this on the palate, what's getting me is that there's a little bit more oak to balance out the fruity, sugary sweetness.
Yeah, it is.
And I really enjoy that. If I can get fruit plus some dark oak notes that kind of wrap in, and sweet oak too. You give me that combination, that's when I can get behind a fruity pour. If it's a fruity pour without that foundation, it's not my favorite thing in the world. Glass one though to me is solid. Not blowing me away, but I'm really enjoying it for what it is.
Yeah.
Let's get into glass two on the nose and see how it compares.
Well, this is way more butterscotchy.
Really?
Yeah, I something just flashed into my mind, but I need to smell it again.
Okay. I'm not getting butterscotch on this one.
I'm like getting butterscotch and footy pajamas. Like the Nutcracker. Like...
What?
Like when you see the Nutcracker, I feel like whenever the characters play the kids, they're always in footy pajamas.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Holiday time.
Okay.
I'm playing the word association game.
So this doesn't smell like business time. This smells like holiday time.
Yes, smells like holiday time, but not in the generic Christmas sense. It smells warm, like footy pajamas and butterscotch.
All right. To me, this is also fruit forward like glass one. It's a little bit more like fruit syrup, leaning into
it's more syrupy.
The cherry Kool-Aid, like red Kool-Aid type flavor profile.
I'm not getting that at all.
Let's get into the palate.
This is lighter on the palate than the first one, but sweeter.
Sweeter, but less oak. A little more drying on the back end to my palate.
I'm not getting that yet. Yeah. I might after the second sip. I usually do after 2 sips.
Yeah, I mean, to me, cherry grape nerds. Straight up cherry grape nerds. And
usually
a little
it's strawberry.
Are
you talking about the combo pack?
Yeah.
It's strawberry grape.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's the pink and purple.
The pink and purple, yeah.
Strawberry grape.
Oh, that makes sense because pink is strawberry. But strawberries are red. Why does cherry always get red and strawberry gets relegated to pink?
I don't know. It's a good question.
The mysteries of the universe that we'll never know. Another sip on glass 2. You know, I bet it's because of strawberry shortcake. Because she got put in the pink outfit, right?
Mm-hmm. But she had pink and red.
Oh.
But
okay.
yeah.
Shows you what I know about strawberry shortcake.
It's fine.
All right, glass 2 stayed the same for me.
It got a little more dry, but otherwise the same.
Yeah. These both are fruit-forward, seeming bourbon-type flavor profiles. So it is going to be interesting to take some time, clear our palate, start with the second, go back to the first glass. I don't know which I prefer.
I don't know yet
right
either.
off the bat.
Yeah.
So we're going to find out which we do prefer. We'll let you know when we get back in just a second. Very interesting to spend some time with both of these. Tough call for me. Tough call for you?
Tough call for me.
Okay.
These
They're close.
were very similar experiences. I think for me, I did end up preferring glass 2 over glass 1.
Really?
Slightly, like ever so slightly, only because maybe it was just like a touch better. I don't know. Like I just preferred it today.
You preferred the flavor profile in glass 2.
Yeah, it was maybe slightly sweeter without being sugary sweet. I think I just liked that today. It got less drying on the palate after subsequent sips than this one did. This one tended to get a little bit more drying on the palate with each subsequent sip for me. And then glass 2 did not. So I was like, I kind of like that better.
Okay. That's interesting because we're drinking the same thing at the same time. I thought glass 2 was by far the more dry of the two glasses.
Oh,
which is
interesting.
what pushed me towards liking glass 1 more. I feel like glass 1 had a little bit more, it had a better mouthfeel, had a better finish. It was a little bit syrupy, a little bit coating on the palate, whereas glass 2 was just kind of thin, dry, good sweetness to it. I did enjoy the flavor profile, but I just didn't love the experience. Kind of seemed lacking in a little bit on the oak profile, whereas glass 1 had a little bit more of that sweet oak going with it.
I can see what you're saying. I guess for me, flavor plays a larger role in my scoring.
And I don't disagree with you, but I like the flavor of both. They're different flavors.
Yeah.
Like, do I want banana bread or do I want the strawberry grape nerd?
For sure.
I like them both in different occasions. It's just that at that point, it's a flip of the coin if everything else is equal, but experience-wise, I like the mouthfeel, the finish, the body of glass 1 a little bit better. So what are your ratings on these two? We need to cover that before we get into the reveal.
So while I did have a preference to glass 2, I do like them both. So I am going to give both of them a thumbs up.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same place. I like them both.
Yeah.
Thumbs up for both glasses. I do prefer glass 1. It's not by a huge margin.
Yeah, same for me.
Hopefully they're inexpensive. Hopefully they're not too expensive, rather. And yeah, we'll see if they are good value for the money.
Well, for me, it's
Go ahead and pull it up.
not too expensive and also easily findable.
Yeah.
That's the combination that I need.
All right. So I have a preference to glass 1. You have a preference to glass 2. Let's just start with glass 1. Is number 30 in our key. What is the price?
$30.
I thought both of these tasted about $30.
I'm not mad
very
at it.
happy with that. I'll stay thumbs up.
Same. And 29 is also $30. Or glass 2, number 29, is also $30.
I'm happy with that. Thumbs up.
I'm not mad at that for both. Both of these taste like good $30 bottles.
What I would consider to be like a good starter bourbon or like a very classic
Why do you call it
entry-level
starter bourbon?
I think it's better than the bottom shelf stuff.
Okay.
Like you're not going in and buying like the bottom shelf budget basement thing. You're getting a good quality. Like this is where you get into good quality
for a lower
flavor for
price,
lower,
but it's still at a low price point.
Yeah, lower proof. It's like the equivalent of like going in and buying a 12-year Scotch.
Yeah.
Like you're getting in on the ground level of quality for the money spent.
I will say, speaking of proof, real quick, I haven't had alcohol in several days, and I feel like these may be lower proof, but they drink pretty hot today to me.
Flavorful. Yeah. Like, are you getting heat? I'm not getting heat. I'm just getting good flavor.
No, I think it's the finish. Like the finish is lingering, and it's probably because I haven't drank in a while. But
So
I just want that to be known. If you're calling these a starter pour, there's heat there for someone who is new. Don't expect it to taste like juice. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Well, it is whiskey, so set your expectations accordingly. I think they're about 90 proof bourbons. Glass.
I think that might be 100, but I might be off today.
We're both thumbs up on both at $30. Glass number 1, number 30. My preference is
Elijah Craig Small Batch, 94
Where did
proof.
I get the banana bread note from? Okay.
Don't know. You've been getting banana a lot lately, but
Wow.
94 proof, Elijah Craig small batch.
Okay.
And then the second one, last two, is Buffalo Trace, 90 proof.
Okay. The strawberry grape nerds checks out on that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's interesting to me how much more body and finish that the Elijah Craig had over Buffalo Trace. They're both good though.
I didn't get that today. I thought they both had a good finish, personally speaking. But again, it's been several days since I've had any alcohol whatsoever. So
I mean, I was getting like a little bit of like that banana bread nuttiness. I'm still getting that, but I'm getting a little bit of a cherry note too, which is something that I do get in Elijah Craig small batch when I know I'm drinking it. But this checks out on Buffalo Trace. Again, we liked them both. Splitting hairs, not that they taste the same, but if you can't get Buffalo Trace in your market, it's worth checking out Elijah Craig small batch.
yeah, I'd say so.
I will say that Buffalo Trace has been coming way more into stock in a lot of markets, including our own.
Interesting. Okay.
So they did a big distillery expansion. I think they spent like over $1 billion expanding their distillery.
Oh, wow.
And maybe some of that is starting to catch up a little bit.
Cool.
So if you couldn't get Buffalo Trace previously, maybe check your stores, check around to a few different stores, see if it's coming into your market more often now. Yeah, overall, good pours. Neither of them blowing our socks off, but both of them really good quality.
Yeah.
Like that kind of 90 proof bourbon bar, like we just said. Check them both out if you haven't already. I think even for us, like in high proof, they held up pretty well.
For sure. I agree. I could tell they were lower proof, but
good flavor, good quality.
Great flavor, good quality, great price point. I'm a buy all day.
Yeah. If you're a buy on this channel, again, subscribe, like the video if you liked it, and hit that bell down there if you want to join us on a live stream. We do them once a month. They float around a little bit, so the bell will actually let you know when we're going live.
Absolutely. That's it for today. Be good to each other. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers.